Okay, this is it. You made it. State Law 14, the last one. What is a limited license? This means you can only do one thing. Nail techs can only do nails, estheticians can only do skin, and hair braiders can only do natural hair. Okay? It's limited to one thing only, unlike the operator or cosmetologist license where you can do many things. How many people sit on the state board? There are 13 total. One is the commissioner, and that person sits on every state board in the state. One is an attorney to make sure that nobody's creating any laws they're going to get sued for. 3 people are public members, which means that they represent the client. They have no knowledge of cosmetology. 8 are professional members, so they are licensed in some aspect of cosmetology. 1 can be a vo-tech teacher, and up to 2 can be affiliated with a private school. Okay, so 8 professional members, 1 could be a vo-tech teacher, doesn't have to be, and up to 2 are affiliated with a private school like Empire Beauty School. Okay, you need 7 members for a quorum. A quorum means more than half. Half of 13 is 6.5 people. If you get 7, you can go ahead and legally have the meeting following Robert's Rules of Order. If a person, a state board member, misses 3 consecutive meetings, 3 in a row, they are off the board. Okay, when you get this quorum, it could literally be the commissioner, the attorney, 3 public members, that would be 3, 4, 5, and 2 professional members. You could have a meeting with hardly any cosmetologists present. It's any combination of this 13 for the quorum. If a barber, a licensed barber, decides they want to be a cosmetologist, or a licensed cosmetologist decides they want to be a barber, the first day of school, they have 555 hours automatically, because we cover many of the same things barbers do as far as anatomy, disinfection, bacteria. So there's a lot of overlap. So if you go to get your second license, the very first day you will have 555 hours. If you have apprentices, you must have 2 cosmetologists and 1 teacher for each apprentice. Okay, so they don't want you just operating a salon with all people trying to learn. So 2 cosmetologists and 1 teacher will kind of oversee that apprentice, and no more than 2 apprentices at a time. Okay, so again, this is a learning environment. They don't want you operating a salon with inexperienced people. Exams are held monthly in the Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philly area. The closest places for us to go are Pittsburgh East and Pittsburgh West. Pittsburgh East is near Monroeville. Pittsburgh West is out near the airport. Okay, and when you go to schedule your exam, you just open up the page, you look at what's available, and you pick a date. And then it'll ask you different times, and you can pick your time. Before a license can be suspended, revoked, or refused, they must give you a written notice, first of all, and a public hearing is held where you can state your case. You can say why you don't agree with this. If a license is revoked, I talked about this in a previous video, you must wait 5 years and you can apply again. That does not mean they have to give it back to you. You just have the option to try. Licenses must be displayed in a conspicuous place. So somewhere where if people are looking for the license, they can readily find it. Notice it doesn't say on the wall by the reception desk, although that's where most people put them, just in a conspicuous place. If you have a limited license or a cosmetology license, the renewal fees are $67. Again, this is repeat. A teacher is $105. A salon is $114. And I think this is the first time we've seen the school renewal fee is $285 every 2 years biannually. if a limited license holder wants to go to school for cosmetologists, so you're a manicurist, you're working as a manicurist, and you think, you know what, I think I'd like to go back and do the whole thing. The first day, an esthetician will have 160 hours credited to them. So they will start out with that. A nail tech will have 100 hours, and a braider will have 125 hours. That's what they've calculated is crossover between the two licenses. All right, and salons must be well lighted and well ventilated, everything safe, orderly, and sanitary. Sharp implements must be stored with the points down or in a case. Okay, so obviously well lighted, well ventilated, because you know we work with a lot of bad odors. Okay, everything safe and sanitary. The two things that are prohibited in a salon are powder puffs. It's like the fluffy puff that you get in like face powder, translucent powder, anything like that, and styptic pencils, which we talked about before. Liquid styptic and powder styptic are fine. You just can't use styptic pencils. And apprentices, this again is a repeat, must work at least 25 hours a week in their learning. They can't just go in one day a week and learn cosmetology that way. They must be invested enough to go at least 25 hours a week. All right, if you made it this far, congratulations. Oh, no, one more. Okay, you must refuse to serve anyone who has an infectious, contagious, or communicable disease. Okay, the easiest example of that is if someone comes in and you see lice or you see the nits, the eggs. You very gently, very nicely, very quietly explain what's going on, and you let them go ahead and leave, and they have to go get that treated. You cannot work on them in that state because you could spread it to other people. Okay, so you must refuse to serve anyone that has that. If they have ringworm, you can't work on them, that kind of thing. All right, now congratulations, you've made it to the end. Awesome, and you now have a much better understanding of the state laws and will be able to pass that portion of the state board exam with ease. Thank you.